Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet y Tejidos, and to part number 2 of the bikini cover up of mini dress. In part 1 we did the bra part at the top, and now we're going to finish the lower part. And if you don't see part 1, I'm going to leave the link here. You will see an eye, you click on the eye and will bring you to part 1 of this beautiful piece. Now for the lower part, you're going to chain 4, 3 plus 1, 1, 2, 3 plus 1. And I don't want to count spaces. I'm just going to eyeball the space that I'm going to give for the stitch. I'm going to do a different stitch in this lower part than this one, but if you like, you can do the entire thing with this one. Okay. So I'm going to do 3 double crochet. I just left one in between for this part. Yarn over, and I gonna, you see around here, eyeball it. 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and the repetition will start from here on, from the stitch, from this one. No, this one for the border, okay? Because this one will be to pass the string. So you're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and around here I'm gonna do a single crochet, chain 3, and in here I'm gonna do a single crochet. Now chain 5 again. And you see I'm trying to give the distance of the next stitch. 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet, and you see that I start already with the stitch. That's what you're going to repeat from here to the chain 5. You're going to chain 5 again, and I'm pulling it over here, single crochet, chain 3, a single crochet, chain 5, two double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and like that is how you're going to continue all the way until the end, and try to finish exactly the same as you start, like this, with the stitch, the 3 double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet at the end, like so. And if you don't have enough, try to you know, tweak it a little bit, move the stitches a little bit, but you have to finish exactly the same, that way they look even, okay? So I finished right in the center with one of these stitches, and that is just perfect. You can finish with one of these or with the chain 3 space, okay, either or. But I like that I finished with this one that way. Now for the other side, I will do exactly the same around the same spaces to try to have the same amount of motifs in this side that I have in this one. And I'm gonna count how many chain 3 space, because that's where the motif will go. This one will stay the same, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 motif on one side, and I will do the same for the other side. So that's perfect. I'm gonna finish here by chaining 1. You see I did my 3 double crochet, yarn over, and in that single crochet I'm gonna do a double crochet. Now I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3 plus 1, 4. You're always gonna start and finish the same with a chain of 4. You'll start and you'll finish with a chain of 1 and a double crochet at the end. You turn your work around and you're gonna do 3 double crochet, one on top of each other. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over. Inside that chain space you're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Now if you want this to flirt a little bit, now what you do 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. You'll increase 2 stitch on each one of these space. Maybe later that's what I do a little bit lower at the piece, but for now I'm gonna do this the same as the row before. 2 double crochet, and then now you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna count 1, 2, and in the third chain that will be from those 5, the center chain inside, you're gonna do a single crochet. You're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna count 1, 2, and in the third one, the center chain of these 5, you're gonna do a single crochet. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and again you're gonna work inside a stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and that's the repetition that you're gonna do in this row. It will look like this. Again, you're gonna chain 3. I'm gonna undo this because that chain is a little bit loose there. 2 and 3. Chain 3. Again, in the center chain of these 5, you're going to do single crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the center chain 1, 2, and 3, a single crochet. You have to do it inside the chain, that way the stitch don't move. 1, 2, and 3, and the stitch in the center. Like that, you're going to continue all the way until the end. Remember, you will finish with 3 double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet in top of the last and the third chain, because you turn your work around with the chain space, and it start to look like that. In this second, I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to turn my work around, and in here you will see that it's not even with this, but that's okay, because in this part of the chain 3 and double crochet in the border, I'm gonna do the single crochet to even it up with this part. That way it's nice and neat. You're gonna work your 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna work in this stitch in here, crochet. Now you're gonna do yarn over twice. You're gonna go to the first chain. You're gonna do a treble crochet. You have to do treble crochet, that way it's even with this stitch here. And the next one, okay, I skipped one, sorry. The first one it get really small, so you have to find the first one. And here. So in the first one you're gonna do one treble crochet. And the next one you're going to do 2, and you're going to have in total 9 treble crochet, so you space them. And the center one you're going to do 2 treble crochet, one and 2, yarn over twice, and the next one you're going to do 2, 1 and 2, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in the last one you'll do 2 more treble crochet. You will have a total of 9 treble crochet in the chain 5 space. So yarn over, you're gonna go to the chain 1 space and you will work 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the same space, and that's the repetition that you're gonna do in row 3. We're gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn or work around, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You wanna work on the stitch in here, 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, a single crochet in the first chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, 1, 2 and 3, a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, 1, 2 and 3, and another single crochet in the chain 3 space. You're going to chain 2. You're going to work the stitch in here, and like that is the repetition that you're going to do for row 5. We will do row 6, and then we start with the repetition from 1 to 6. From 1 to 6, over and over for the design and the motifs. Start to look like that. I finished row 5. Now for 6, we're gonna attach the 2 ends because we are working now on the right side. When you finish 5, we're gonna attach these 2 ends, and then we'll work end around over piece. When you finish here, you're gonna chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You're gonna go to the other end, and on the third chain you're gonna do slip stitch, and like that you make this and the round. Okay, and this is the beginning now of round 6, because now we work on the round. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. In the chain space in between these two, you're gonna do a double crochet, and 3 more. That will be 5, counting the chain 3 as the first one. Let's skip one here. Yeah, you have to make sure that you do the first one, because when I was recording in Spanish I did the same. I skipped the first one. It's really easy to skip. 4 and 5. Yarn over, you're gonna do the stitch. Now you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna do a single crochet in the first chain 3 space. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, single crochet in the next chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet in the last chain 3 space. And you're gonna have 2 of those chain 3 space. 2 of those. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and do the stitch. And that's the repetition that you're gonna do for row 6. And the next one will do the repetition of 1 again. So those will be the 6 row repetition that we're gonna do over and over, and that will be much easier because we just working in and around the stitch. So again, you'll chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Go to the first chain 3 space. You see here you have 3 space. Now you'll have 2. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And you work the stitch in here. And it will look like this. Let me move this part, that way you see much better. For the now I'm at the end, and I'm gonna do my 5 double crochet, the same as the other side, and in the 12 chain space I will do 12 double crochet as well. I will finish with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain, and then we're gonna start working the repetition of row 1. So you have to do 12 double crochet in here. Like this will be on the back. So now what we're gonna do a slip stitch until we get to the center of that chain space in that stitch, and that will be the beginning and end of the rounds, because we don't have that here yet, but it will be there. It's okay that is a little bit to the side, and we're gonna start the repetition of row 1. Now I'm going to chain 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1, and I'm going to do 2 double crochet. So at the end of this row, I will finish with a double crochet in that space and a slip stitch on the third chain, and that's how you're going to begin and end your rounds. Okay. Now the repetition of row 1 is a chain of 5 and a single crochet, a chain of 3, a single crochet, and a chain of 5 and the stitch. So you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to do a single crochet in this chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3, a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the stitch in here. You see how easy it is, this beautiful stitch. And that's the repetition that you're going to do in this round. It's the repetition of 1. So very, very easy. And I will show you. And like that is how we're going to look the motif. And then you'll do the same. And the next one, you'll chain 5 single crochet, chain 3 single crochet, chain 5, the stitch in here, and you're gonna work the round, and I will meet you in here to work this part in here. I'm gonna work on this one here. I place the marker, that way I can make there in the center one of these motifs, and on each side I will create one this one, a new one. I'm gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 I'm gonna do a single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna skip 1, and the next one I'm gonna do a single crochet. I'm gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yarn over, and at the place of the marker I'm gonna do one of these motifs. After that I will come here and I will do a single crochet in this one, leave the one that is straight from that one, and then in here I will do the single crochet. I will chain 5 and do a double crochet and that space and a slip stitch on the third chain. Now I'm gonna do a slip stitch on the center of that chain space to move my yarn, and I will show you how to work in here in this row, and for now on I won't, because it's exactly the same, exactly as we did the row before. In all the row you will start and end the same, and you see, if you look at your stitch, it look like you don't begin and end in that stitch by doing that double crochet at the end. So you're going to chain 4, 3 to go up and 1 for separation, 1, 2, 3 and 4, do 2 double crochet in the same space, and the repetition of row 2 is 1, 2, 3 chain. You're going to count 1, 2, and then the third chain in the center of those 5 you're going to do a single crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You're going to count 1, 2, and the third chain on the center you're going to do a single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and you're going to do the stitch in here. Like that you're going to work this round, and you're going to finish with, let me finish here. When you do the stitch in here, you know, the chain 5, single crochet, chain 3, you're going to do a double crochet at the end, a slip stitch on the third chain, you're going to do a slip stitch to the center and do exactly the same as we did so far. Okay. Now the repetition of 3 is the treble crochet. So you're gonna do 9 in the center, like this one. So you're gonna yarn over twice. In the first chain space of 5, you will do 1 treble crochet, and in the rest you will do 2 together until you have 9, and then you will do the stitch in here, and you'll continue doing that in every single chain 5 I finished that row. Now you're going to work on the repetition of 4. I don't want to record and show you exactly what to do, because it's exactly what we did in here. You will chain 1 and you do a single crochet on top of the first treble. You will chain 3, you skip 1 treble and go to the next one and do a single crochet. Chain 3, skip 1 treble, go to the next one and do a single crochet, and so on until you have 4 at this chain 3 space. In the repetition of 5, you will chain 2 and you will have 3 of these chain 3 space. And in the repetition of 6, you will do 3 chain, a single crochet, 3 chain, single crochet, 3 chain, a single crochet, 3 chains, and the stitch. So if you see here, in the repetition of 4 you will have 4 space, in the repetition of 5 you will have 3, in repetition of 6 you will have 2 of this chain 3 space, and then you will start again with the repetition of row or round, well, row 1, because that's how we start as a row, and then we turn into a circle. So I'm gonna do a full motif, finish the second motif, and then I will try around to see if I have to start increasing the size for the lower part, or if I'm gonna work straight down like this with no increase. So I will meet you here after I do the full motif, and I will let you know if I'm gonna change anything on the piece. But it's exactly the same what we done so far. Remember, in the repetition of 4 you have to chain 1 before you do the stitch, and the repetition of 5 is a chain 2, and the repetition of 6 is a 3 chains on each space. Okay. I finished the second motif and it looked like this, and I absolutely love the way it's looking. It look amazing, it look delicate, it look gorgeous. Not because I'm making it, it's because the stitches combination, it make it look really, really nice. I tried it on, and what I did in order to put it on, I cut this thick piece of yarn, I weave it here, I put it on, and it looked perfect, perfect, perfect. If you like, you can do this a blouse. You do 2 to 3 more repetition. You can finish with a border, or you can finish with the stitch from row 4 to the repetition of 1. This is the repetition of 1 at the next motif. It look like this. You can leave it like that if you like. Okay. Now I gotta continue working. So far it fit perfect. I don't have to do any increase, but if I had to do increase, I will do the increase in this stitch here and in this one and the one there at the same place on the back. Now if I need one more increase, I will do it in the one in the center and the one in the center in the back. That will give me a little more room, because if you do it in all of the stitches, it will be too big, too wide. Maybe that's what you want, and you can do that. Increase 2 stitches on each of those motif, and extra double crochet on each side of the chain 1 space. But for me so far it's good, so I will continue working, and if I do any change, if I increase or do anything else, I will let you know. And I'm gonna work until I almost done all my ball of yarn. This is what I have left from my second ball. I have 4 more, but I only have to remember, and you have to remember when you're working your piece, to leave enough yarn to do the straps for the top. I'm working in 1, 2, 3 in the 4th motif, because this one is a little bit lower in the back, and those 2 you will have only 3 motifs. So from the first one, that is the 4th, and the repetition of round 6, I'm gonna do the increase in this stitch, and here I'm gonna do 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. I'm gonna skip these 2, and in the one right in front of it, in the front parallel to that one, I will do the increase. I'm gonna skip 3, and in this one that is exactly the same as in the other side, and these 2 I'm gonna do the increase in this one and in that one, leaving 2 in here at this motif. Okay, that's the only increase that I'm gonna do. That way it'll give a little more room for the hip. Other than that, I will continue working until I have only a little bit of yarn left to finish around here. And I only have 1 ball left. So before I continue working with the length, I'm gonna work on the straps and work in this part in here. That way, with whatever yarn I have left or thread, I will work more length, and then I will decide if I want to do a little bit longer with the other 2 colors, with a little darker pink and a deeper pink. Okay, the thing is that with the 6 ball, 50 grams of this is not enough to have a bikini cover up or a dress with a lot of room, with a lot of length, because it's not a lot of meters, and here is very, very small balls. So for a blouse it would have been amazing, but I love the design so much that I wanted to give a length, but it's not long enough yet for me, you see. So let's see how much longer I can work with this after I work the strap and the back. I will work one of the strap of camera, and then I will show you what I did in one and the other one and how to work the back. So in here, so remember I work with 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and then I change to, and this one and this one and the ones in the back, to 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. But around here, okay, let me see, and here after the design 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5, I think. Yeah, at the end of number 5, I start working 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and all these motifs. That way I give a little bit of room, and you don't see the change from 2 to 3. It looks really, really nice and even. So I'm gonna work in one of the straps, and I'll let you see how I work in that one when I work in the second one. I already did this strap, and I did an I-cord, a crochet I-cord, and it looked amazing. So what I did in here, I chained 4, I did 2 treble crochet with the space in betweens, and I did the first one without finish, and then I did the second one. I finished them together, and I did the last one, and I have 3 loops, and then I did the I-cord in those 3 loops. If you don't feel comfortable doing it with a crochet hook and you know how to knit, you want to do it with a double pointed netting needle, you can do that, or you can make them with a chain. Just do a chain and that's it. I didn't count the length, you know, how many time I did the repetition, because I will guide myself by measurement side by side the length, because it's too many to count. And I have a nice length like this, and it look amazing. I love these I-cords for straps because they're nice and round, like a tubular. So that's what we're gonna do in this strap. And this one, what I did, I made the strap not right in the center, I made it to the side, so I skip in this side here 1, 2, 3, and the number 4 I passed the loop and I did 4 chains, and then I skip 1 stitch, I did a treble crochet without finish, I skip 1 stitch, the next one I finished those 2 together, I had 2 loops, and I did the last one, I had 3 loops for the I-cord, and that's what I'm gonna do in this part in here, between here and the top of this one and that one. So I'm gonna do a slip knot, leaving a tail long enough to lose. It's better to have a little extra, that way you have room to lose that tail, leaving the loop not too small, that way the knot stay in the inside, the little knot. So I'm gonna skip 1, 2, and the third one I'm gonna pass my hook. I'm gonna pass that loop, and you see the knot is in the back because it's smaller, and I always count that one as the first chain when I pass the yarn through. You see that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over twice. You're gonna skip 1, go to the next one, and you're gonna do a treble crochet that you don't gonna finish. You have 2 loops. Yarn over twice. You're gonna skip 1 and go to the next one and do your treble crochet, and you're gonna pass it through those 2 only, leaving 2 loops again, and yarn over twice and skip 1 and go to the next one and do your last treble crochet. You have 3 loops, and you're gonna work on those 3 loops, the I-cord. So to do the I-cord, you will pull these a little, that way you lose them a little bit, and you will take your hook out of the 2 last loop, and the first one you're gonna come here, you're gonna pass your yarn through, and you go to the next one, pass it through the loop, pass the yarn through, and go to the third one and pass it through, and you have again your 3 loops. And that's what we're gonna do for the strap. Again, you pull them a little bit to tight a little bit the strand in the back and to lose them, and again you move your hook from the last 2. You have 1 loop, you grab your yarn or thread and pass it through the first loop, the second, and then you go to the third one, and again you pull a little bit. You always have to pull a little bit, that way they are bigger, and when you grab the thread or yarn, don't grab it too close to the last stitch. If you do it, the further that you do it, it's the easier, that way this one don't close. Okay, so you come here, remove those 2, and you see you come as far as you can from the stitch, and you pull that one in, and the last one don't even move because the last one is attached to that strand. And again you pull and you even them up, You grab that one, the first one, the second, and the third, and pull again. Again. It's easier that way because I'm going to show you if you come too close in here. When you do this, just a second left. When you do this, I keep keeping that one. When you pull, you see that one? It disappears. So let's say you do that. You hold it. You go to the second one. And then the third one, with your nail, try to pull it out. And make it bigger. Pass your hook and pass it through. But if you lose that one, what you can do is you pull. As long as when you pull, that strand is attached to the last loop. Okay? That way you don't lose more stitches. And then you pass through these two. And the last one. And you even them up. And again, you're there. Okay? So that's just in case you lose the loop. So again, you go to the first one, grab as far as you can, and pull in. And when you do that, the last one don't even move. And pull. And continue. So I'm going to measure the other strap, and I will give you the measurements. That way, just in case you want to guide yourself by the measuring that I did for this one. But again, it's very easy, and look, start to go round in the back as well. So I'll show you one more time. You pull, you remove those two, you go to the first one, pull 1, 2, and 3. Pull again. 1, 2, and 3. So let me measure this one from the row of single crochet, exactly from there, and I measure 104 centimeters, and that is 41 inches. And that's what I did for this one. At the end, what I did, I passed the yarn through the 3 loops. I chained 1, cut the yarn. I only had to lose the tail, but I will show you when I finish the other one anyway how to do this one. The other one. The last round that I did is the one where I did a stitch. I chained 5. I did the center of chain 3 and then chain 5 and that stitch. That way I have this motif completed. Okay, so for the border, what I'm doing is single crochet all the way around. That way it will give a little bit of thickness and weight to the stitch. That way it's not just like that. It will give a better finish, like a wave in the lower part. And this is what I have left from my 6 ball of yarn. So I decided to start doing this because I don't want to run out halfway and then I don't have enough to finish another motifs. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing single crochet in every single stitch, in every single chain, in every single double crochet, and in single crochet. So in this part you do your 5 single crochet, and these 3 double crochet you will do 1 on each, 2 and 3. Now in the chain 1 space here I'm making 2. That way it gives a nice round and it's not pulling or anything. So I do in the top 1 and 2, and then my 3 double crochet, 1 on each. So now I have to do my 5 in here. Sorry, I think I was a little bit off camera. Now I will do my 5 chains. It will be 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this single crochet you're gonna do a single crochet because that single crochet is a stitch. So you're gonna do 1 in there. You have 3 chains in between, so you will do 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3, a single crochet, you will do a single crochet, and now you will do your 5 chains. You will do 5 single crochet, and then when you get to the end you will finish with a slip stitch, cut the yarn, and lose the tail. I will do that and I will show you the end result. Now if you have any of these bra cups, you can sew them on. Like I mentioned before, I removed that ones from a little, like a band or a sport bra that I don't wear for exercise, and really I don't need that for that particular piece. And then I will decide to remove it and sew it here. I will give it a stitch in here, one in here, and one in here, in 3 parts, and then the same on the other side. And this is what I have left of my 6 ball of cotton, just a little bit. So if you want it longer, if you don't have enough of this one color, you can use other colors, a little more darker, and make it like a gradient color. For me, the length is perfect because this is a bikini cover up and don't have to be that long, especially this design don't have to be that long. Now here in the back, where I say I'm gonna do the single crochet, I decided to leave it like this. I like the way it look when I try it on. I really like the way it look in here with the double crochet. I didn't did any changes. So for the strap, I cross them in the back and I pass it through the loops and zigzag, and it look like this in the back. So I will tie it here, and it look amazing. So now I'm gonna put it on in my mannequin and I will show you the end result after I sew this on. You don't have to sew this type of thing on, because if you put a bikini, you know, most of them have support. You really don't need to put on some of these. This design is a size large, and my model is a little bit loose because it's like a medium size. It's have a lot of room. It still fits, no problem. If you're a medium, you can wear it, no problem. It's a little more gathered in the back, and I had to put a safety pin in the top because it's loose and it have a lot of room in here. So if you're a medium and you want to make this piece or small, what you do 2 row less and here, and this automatically will be smaller. And when this is smaller, you will have less room to do this lower part when you put it together. The same with the back of the piece, you do less row than the amount I did, and it will be smaller. The repetition of this design are just this one, they're like a little pineapple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those design. Okay, so now I will show you the back, that way you can see what it look like. In the back, like I mentioned, I put a safety pin in order to gather here, because in the back is a little loose, this part, And if you're making this more, like I mentioned, you do less row of this, and it will be with more open in here, and this will look a little bit nicer. But I had to tighten it up a little bit more because this is a medium size mannequin and I'm a size large, and this is for me. The back of the piece will look like this. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And this is the border. That looks really good. And this part in here where I left that open without the single crochet, it looks really nice, especially when this is more open like that. I absolutely love this piece, and I hope you guys like it. Well, this is the end result, and I absolutely love this bikini cover up or dress if you put a liner. I love it. If you want it longer, you can give it more length, or bigger or smaller. You can change the size. I absolutely love it. Well, I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful piece and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Knit Crochet y Tejidos, that's the new name, or my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet for now, and I will be changing it to the same, Ruby Knit Crochet y Tejidos. Así todo es. Sorry, I'm gonna speak Spanish. That way everything is the same. So see you soon and have a nice day. Bye.